So today we will discuss about the third point, which is basically the change in pressure. Change in pressure. So basically for pressure, you have to just memorize a simple rule. And I'll be telling the reason as well, that if we increase the pressure, the reaction will move towards that direction whose number of moles are low, like whose number of moles are low, or you can say the volume is low if the pressure, if I said you to increase the pressure. For example, we have considered we have a reaction N2O4 and they are in equilibrium. Here 2NO2 are being produced. If I ask you that what will happen, like where the reaction will directed when I increase the pressure. So basically, as you can see over here, we have 1 mole over here and 2 moles over here. So as I said, when we increase the pressure, reaction will move towards that direction whose number of moles are low. So basically, according to this rule, the pressure, basically the reaction will move towards the backward side. The reaction will move towards the backward. Reaction will take place. Right. But consider that I have another reaction which is basically N2 plus 3H2 and they make 2 moles of ammonia. And if I ask you that what will happen if the pressure is increased, right? So here we have 4 moles, here we have 2 moles. The pressure is increased, right? So basically the pressure will move towards, like the reaction will move towards the forward direction. The reaction will move towards the forward direction, right? Well, consider that we have basically what's the reason behind this? Let's talk about the reason now. Basically, we know that pressure is inversely proportional to the volume, and now volume is basically directly proportional to the number of moles, right? You can't say this as well. Okay, wherever we have to increase the pressure, we will see the volume. If the volume is low at that side, we will increase the pressure at that, right? So for example, I have a reaction, I have a example, we have a PCl5 decomposes into PCl3 plus Cl2, right? And if I ask you that what will happen if I decrease the pressure, now consider here we have 2 moles and here we have 1 mole. I have to decrease the pressure, right? So decrease the pressure means volume should be increased. So the pressure, I guess, according to this rule, the forward reaction will take place. The equilibrium will shift to forward reaction. The equilibrium will shift to forward reaction. Well, consider that here we have, for example, N2 plus O2 makes we have here 2NO, right? Okay, as you can see over here, we have 2 moles here, 2 moles here. So now what will be the effect, like if I increase the pressure of, or if I decrease the pressure? So basically there will be no effect. Why? Because number of moles are same, right? Number of moles are same, that's why there will be no effect. Okay, second, okay, fourth term which we have is basically change in temperature. What if we have the change in temperature? Okay, there is a basic rule for that too. that if we increase the temperature, if we increase the temperature, the reaction will move towards that side when where the endothermic process is being proceeded. So if we on increasing temperature, equilibrium shifts to that direction which proceeds with the absorption proceeds with absorption of heat. Now absorption of heat, what does that actually mean? It means endothermic reaction. So basically, if we'll increase the temperature, the direction will be changed into that reaction where the endothermic reaction will take place. For example, that let's take an example that we have A plus B plus heat, and it continues to make C, right? If, for example, if I increase the temperature, so obviously the equilibrium will disturb. If I increase the temperature, so according to the rule, it should proceed to that direction where endothermic reaction is being taken place. So as you can see over here, endothermic reaction is taking place when the reaction proceeds forward. So here the answer will be basically forward. Here the answer will be forward. We consider that we have another example, which is, for example, H2 plus I2, right? And they make a reaction which is basically HI, right? 2HI plus there is 30 degrees Celsius heat is being like it is the ectothermic reaction. Now if I increase the temperature, what will happen? Basically the reaction will direct it to that reaction where the endothermic, or you can say where the absorption of heat is being proceed. Now as you can see over here, it is an exothermic reaction all over, like here the heat has been released. So it means backward reaction will take place if we will increase the temperature. The backward reaction will take place. Okay, consider that we have another reaction which is NH3 plus 2H2 plus 22.4, and it is obviously a reversible reaction, and here we have formation of NH3. And if I ask you that what should be the temperature, the temperature should be lowered or higher, if I want the high production of NH3, what I want is basically I want high production of NH3. What should I do? Should I lower the reaction or should I high the reaction? What should I really do? So the basic answer for this is, as you can see over here, that in order to increase, like the reaction should place it should be directed where the heat is absorbed, right? So according to me, the reaction should be considered forward. The reaction should take place, the reaction should be forward. Okay, so if I'll basically increase the heat, like if I'll give them the temperature, if I'll increase the temperature over here, Yes, if I'll increase the temperature, so the reaction will directly towards that where we have the absorption of heat, right? So absorption of heat is taking place over here. Yes, so the increase in temperature will be the correct answer, right? Okay, what if I decrease the heat? Like okay, the temperature will be decreased if temperature decrease. So you will select, like, the direction will be directed to that reaction when where there is exothermic reaction, where there is exothermic reaction, where there is basically the loss of heat, right? So at that point, basically the reaction will be directed where there is where there is a realization of the heat, so the temperature can increase. So I hope this is clear to you. If you have any kind of queries, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be very glad to answer.